What's up everybody, this is Danny, and today let's take a look at one of the best TVs that I've used this year in 2018. This is the 65-inch Samsung QLED Q9FN. So I've been using the Q9FN for over a month now, pretty close to 2 months, and I have two other TVs in the house right now. I have an LG E7 OLED from last year, and I also have the brand new Sony OLED. So that's what I'm gonna be cross-referencing to when it comes to picture quality. But even though that this is not an OLED panel, this is a quantum dot LCD panel, this TV right here made me rethink the way that I look at non-OLED panels. And I think it checks off a lot of the marks that most people want in a flagship TV. And even though it's not cheap and it's priced like the OLED competitors, I think that it's one of the most balanced when it comes to picture quality and in user experience. So let me tell you some of the things that really stood out to me while using the Q9FN. Design is important, and the Q9FN doesn't disappoint here. It has very slim bezels, and I think it's an attractive TV overall. I do have some mixed feelings about the protruding square stand, but it is minimal and goes well with most modern design. The back of the TV is plastic though, and it does have this brushed finish, but I'm assuming that's to keep the weight down of this TV because it is not light. It is not the thinnest TV since it's an LCD, but I feel most people will wall mount it anyway, especially with the ambient mode where you can display a picture to make it a centerpiece of the living room or wherever you put it. And there's even a feature that will blend into your wall background using a smartphone. It even color matches and everything. It's really neat. When it comes to user experience, here are some top things that really made a difference to me while using this TV. The first one is the One Connect system that they have. There is one connection to the back of the TV, and then that leads to the box that is included with the TV, and that has all the connections on it. For me, using a media console like this BDI corridor, it was really easy for me to maintain cable management. Everything that you need is back there. My one little complaint is that the size of the box is pretty large, so I wish there was more than 4 HDMI ports on there. It's nice that you have USB and you have optical and you have everything else that you need, but I have a lot of consoles in here and a lot of connected devices, so some extra HDMI ports would have definitely been nice. The second thing is the simplified remote. It's got a clean design, it's got a nice metal build, it doesn't have a whole bunch of buttons in the front, so it's not confusing, it's really easy to use, and it works well with the interface, which I really appreciate. And it doesn't use IR, I think it uses Bluetooth, so you don't have to worry about if you're pointing directly at the TV or not. It works every time, it's really responsive. So for a lot of people, a clean and good remote design is not a big deal when it comes to TV experience, but to me it's a big deal. So this remote definitely gets a thumbs up from me. The third thing is the setup. Trust me, it's the easiest TV setup that you will ever experience. It sets up through the Samsung SmartThings app, available on iOS or Android. I set it up on my Galaxy S9 Plus. So everything like your Wi-Fi passcode, your Samsung account, and by the time you watch this, your Netflix account and your Hulu account, all that stuff is already signed in for you through your smartphone, so you don't have to sit there and input codes and input passwords the whole time. So no 20 to 30 minute setup anymore. It literally just happens in minutes, then you can just start using your TV. So I thought the setup process was different than any other setup process. It was amazing. When it comes to the software, I find it really easy to use. All the apps that I use frequently are all right there on the bottom. This is all customizable, and I do like that you get a live preview. And for the most part, the OS is very fluid. There is an app store here too, and all the apps that I normally use are here, like Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, Plex, so I don't think you'll be disappointed here. I do like that you can control the TV with your smartphone, because a lot of times I already have a smartphone in my hand or it's next to me and I'm not sure where the remote is half the time. And if you are a Galaxy user and you have Bixby on board that device, then you can use the voice assistant to control the TV, like turn it on and off. Turn off TV.
Okay, I've turned the TV off.
The fourth thing is probably the biggest thing when it comes to usability for a lot of people, and that is brightness in big, open, and bright rooms. And that's my problem with OLEDs right now. I have a lot of natural sunlight that comes into this room and in my living room, and my OLEDs just don't get bright enough. And this panel can go up to 2000 nits, and I'm happy to say that I've had zero problems with visibilities with the Q9FN. So if that's a problem for you and you need a big, bright TV, then this is definitely a panel that you need to consider. When it comes to the picture quality, it really blew me away. This is a full array locally dimmed panel with over 500 local dimming zones. So that puts it up there as one of the highest spec LCDs on the market right now, and it doesn't disappoint. While it might not reach the impressiveness of OLED blacks, they're really close. So even if you're watching something like this with black bars on the top and bottom, it's really impressive. It does not get in the way. So I don't think you'll be disappointed at all in the black levels. Like I told you before, the panel is really bright. You can see here that I have to turn the brightness down and the backlight down a ton just to get it to show up on camera. And this is also important because you do get a better representation of certain movies in high dynamic range, like Batman vs Superman. Since this is shot in 4000 nits, you really get to see the detail and highlight preservation without aggressive power management. So it really looks great. And that's all I can really say about this panel. It's really impressive when it comes to the picture quality. When it comes to viewing angles, you're not gonna get the OLED type extreme viewing angles, but it's actually pretty impressive for an LCD TV. So if you have a couch setup where you're watching it from 45-degree angles, you should be totally fine. But if you do go at extreme angles, you're definitely gonna get some washing out. The built-in speakers from the Q9FN, they sound pretty good. They have nice highs. It's got some bass as well, so I don't think you'll be disappointed. You probably won't have to add a sound bar, but you can always do that down the line. It's not at the top of its game like something like the LG OLEDs, where it comes with that sound bar with Dolby Atmos included, or not as good as the Sony 88F, which has that acoustic surface on there and even better bass, but I don't think you'll be disappointed with the built-in speakers. If you own one of these, then let me know what you think of the sound. The fifth thing is the gaming performance of the Q9FN, and if you spend all this money on a flagship TV, you want it to game well, and you will be surprised how many flagship TVs don't game well. And this one does though. The 4K 60 from the Xbox One X, it looks fantastic. The frame rates are amazing. The gameplay is smooth. There's no noticeable game lag that I can detect. And another thing that I love is that it just detects a console and it sets it into gaming mode for you. You don't even have to think about it. Then after you're done gaming, you go in and watch the content. It goes off of game mode. So it's really intuitive and I like that. So if you're looking for a TV that can game as well, this is it. So what do you guys think about this TV, the Q9FN? I mean, this review does look really one-sided, but feel free to look at other people's reviews of this, even other publications. They feel the same thing that I do. I mean, this is a damn good TV. I mean, it checks off all the things that you want in a flagship. I mean, it's got a good design, it's got a good remote, it's got good UI, it's got a fantastic and bright panel, lots of colors, punchy, the contrast is there, it games well. I mean, all of that is there. So the one thing that I can maybe see as a downside is that it's priced like a flagship and it's priced with the OLEDs, so it is a little bit pricey for an LCD panel, but if you're in the market for something like this, then I think you should definitely take a look at this TV before you purchase an OLED TV this year. You have a lot of choice in the color spaces, you even have HLG, which is nice, and you even get support for HDR10+, which is cool. But the one thing that I like to see come to the Samsung TVs is Dolby Vision support. So if you don't know, Dolby Vision is not supported on this TV. So I'm sure it's just a logistical type thing or maybe a partnership thing, but I would really like to see Dolby Vision come to the Samsung TVs in the future. So that about wraps it up for me. If you're in this price point and this budget fits right around $3,500 US or lower, then make sure you put this into your research pile before you buy other TVs. You should definitely give it a consideration. And I think there is a 55-inch version that's a little bit cheaper, but I think that's global. I don't think that's available in the US. So I'll leave a link down below for this TV. Just in case I missed something, I'm pretty sure they'll cover it in their product page, or if you want to pick one up. Subscribe for more TV content because I have 2 other reviews in the pipeline right now. And if there's specific things that you want to see on the Q9FN and things that I missed, make sure you put those in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer your questions there. And thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.